There will come a day, not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not even this year, but one day, you'll stop for just a moment. You'll look around at your life. And without saying a word, you'll smile, not because everything became perfect, but because you'll remember the person you used to be, the person who almost quit, the person who doubted themselves, the person who wondered if any of the effort was worth it, and you'll quietly whisper, "I'm so glad I kept going." That day is closer than you think. The future has a strange way of hiding itself. If you plant a tree today, nothing changes tomorrow. The ground looks exactly the same. A week passes, still nothing. Months go by, almost nothing. Someone walking past might laugh. All that work for this. But beneath the surface, a silent miracle is unfolding. Roots are reaching deeper, searching for strength before reaching for height. Nature understands something humans often forget. The stronger the foundation, the greater the future. Your life is no different. Every difficult day you survive, every promise you keep, every temptation you resist, you're growing roots that no one else can see. One day, people will admire the tree. Few will ever appreciate the roots. Imagine standing beside an ancient lighthouse during a storm. The waves crash against the rocks. The wind screams through the night. Ships disappear beneath towering walls of water. But the lighthouse never argues with the storm. It simply continues shining. It doesn't control the sea. It doesn't command the wind. It focuses on the one thing it was built to do: be the light. There will always be storms in your life, unexpected failures, disappointments, loss, confusion. You don't need to control every storm. You only need to remember who you are while standing inside it. Every sunrise carries the same invisible invitation. Begin again. Yesterday doesn't disappear. It becomes a lesson. Tomorrow doesn't exist yet. It remains a possibility. Today is where transformation lives. Most people underestimate ordinary days. They believe greatness happens during extraordinary moments, but mountains are climbed on ordinary mornings. Books are written during ordinary afternoons. Dreams are built through ordinary evenings. Your destiny is hiding inside routines that feel too small to matter. There is a river flowing through every forest, patient, steady, relentless. It never asks permission from the rocks blocking its path. It simply continues moving. Some obstacles it flows around, others it wears away over decades. Not through force, through consistency. The river reminds us of something important. You don't have to overpower every obstacle. Sometimes, you only have to outlast it. Your mind is constantly collecting evidence. Every action tells it a story. When you wake up after pressing snooze 3 times, your mind notices. When you keep your promise to exercise, your mind notices. When you choose learning over distraction, your mind notices. Every action whispers, "This is who I am." Eventually, those whispers become beliefs. Those beliefs become identity, and identity becomes destiny. Think about a blacksmith forging a sword. The metal enters the fire, again and again and again. Each time, it is struck with tremendous force. Not because the blacksmith hates the steel, because the steel is becoming something stronger. Life often feels the same: pressure, failure, disappointment, loss. Perhaps those moments aren't destroying you, perhaps they're forging you. Steel doesn't become legendary by avoiding the fire. Neither do people. The stars have existed for billions of years, yet they still shine. Not because darkness disappeared, because light continued. Read that again in your mind. The stars shine, not because darkness disappeared, because light continued. You don't overcome negativity by waiting for darkness to leave. You overcome it by becoming a greater source of light. Every kind decision, every disciplined habit, every courageous action, adds another star to your own sky. Imagine carrying a compass through a dense forest. You can't always see the destination. Sometimes you can't even see 10 feet ahead, but you continue walking because you trust your direction. Too many people demand certainty before taking action. Life rarely provides certainty, it provides direction. Follow it, one step at a time. Every person has two conversations happening inside them. The first asks, "What if I fail?" The second asks, "What if I succeed beyond anything I've imagined?" One voice creates hesitation, the other creates possibility. Neither knows the future. The difference is, one gives you a chance, the other guarantees you'll stay exactly where you are. The oak tree never rushes toward the sky. It grows one ring at a time. Invisible, patiently, steadily. No one celebrates its growth each day. Yet after decades, people stand beneath it in awe. Imagine if the tree had given up after its first winter. Imagine if it decided growth wasn't happening quickly enough. You are allowed to grow slowly. You are not required to become extraordinary overnight. There will be people who misunderstand your ambition. Some will say you've changed. They're right. You're supposed to. Growth changes people. Discipline changes people. Purpose changes people. Never apologize for becoming someone your younger self desperately needed. One of the greatest freedoms in life comes from understanding this simple truth. You cannot control what happens. You can always control who you become because of what happens. The storm chooses itself. Your response belongs entirely to you. That response becomes your character. Character becomes your reputation. Reputation becomes your legacy. Picture a sculptor working late into the night. No audience, no applause, just quiet determination. Each strike of the hammer seems insignificant, yet every strike matters. Most of success happens exactly like that, quietly, repeatedly, without recognition, until one day, the world notices what consistency created. The strongest foundations are invisible, the roots beneath the forest, the beams beneath the bridge, the heartbeat beneath every living person. Your foundation is built the same way. Your integrity, your discipline, your patience, your resilience. Protect what no one sees. Because eventually, everything everyone sees depends on it. Years from now, people may admire your confidence, but confidence wasn't built on easy days. It was built every time you acted despite fear. They may admire your discipline, but discipline wasn't born from motivation. It was born from repetition. They may admire your peace, but peace wasn't created by an easy life. It was created by a resilient mind. Everything meaningful has invisible beginnings. Imagine meeting the child you once were, the younger version of yourself. Would they recognize the courage you've built? Would they admire the person you've become? Would they feel safe knowing you never stopped trying? Become someone your younger self would believe in. Become someone your future self will thank. Life doesn't ask whether you're ready. It asks whether you're willing to grow, willing to fail, willing to begin again, willing to continue after disappointment. Readiness is temporary. Willingness changes everything. As this moment comes to an end, take a deep breath. Not because your journey is over, because it's just beginning. Remember this: you are not behind. You are not too late. You are not disqualified because you've struggled. Mountains don't apologize for being difficult to climb. Oceans don't apologize for their storms. The night doesn't apologize for its darkness. They simply exist, and those who learn to move through them become stronger because of it. So when tomorrow arrives, stand up. Even if you're tired, move forward. Even if you're uncertain, keep your promises, even if no one notices. Continue building, even if progress feels invisible, because one day, you'll wake up inside a life that once seemed impossible. You'll remember the mornings you almost stayed in bed, the nights you almost gave up, the dreams you almost abandoned, and in that quiet moment, you'll realize something extraordinary. The person who changed your life was never someone else. It was you, the version of you who decided, just one more day, just one more step, just one more attempt, again, and again, and again, until the impossible slowly became your reality. So don't stop now, because somewhere in the future, someone is smiling because you refuse to quit. That someone is you.